Hello YouTube, this is Randy. Welcome to my HTML tutorial series. This is part 1. We're getting started with the very basics. So let's get started. If you're just starting out, you're going to want to first create a text file, like I've created here. I called mine HTML. First it might be called .txt, then you have to change the name to .html, and voila, you have an HTML file. You can open it up in your browser like so, or you can open it up in Notepad, and I'm using Notepad++ like I did. You can just right click on it, you'll figure it out. Anyway, let's get started with the basic template. The basic HTML template looks like this, and you have to type this in. It's just the rules. You might as well get used to it. Though technically you can break some of these rules and your web page might still look okay. You could have problems down the line, so just make sure you get all this stuff in there. The header tag, though, at this point is definitely optional. Anyway, to start off with, we got the HTML tags. You can see what they look like. Look at the format, the basic pattern. You got the less than, greater than sign. And every time you have an opening tag, you have a closing tag. So what does this mean? Well, everything within these tags is in the world of HTML, which means HTML rules are going to apply there. Sometimes you can even change to another set of rules when you're within HTML. You'll learn about that later, and that can be pretty fun. Anywho, let's see what we got here. Like I said, we got a header tag. This has information about the page. For example, search terms, etc. We'll deal with that later. Moving on, we want to focus on the body. This is the body tag. Looks like so. What's the body tag? Well, this is where all the content of your web page goes. For example, if you make a title to your page, we're going to say hello world here. You can put whatever you want there. And when we come over and refresh the browser here, oh, look at that. We see in the top left corner, we have a hello world. Okay, great, but let's say we actually want to format this. I mean, this is a title. We might want it in the center. Maybe we want to move it down a little bit. Well, simple. You can do it the wrong way. Let me show you that first. We can just put a couple lines and a couple tabs, and this should work, right? No, this doesn't work. Why doesn't this work? Because HTML doesn't recognize spaces for the most part. So what can we do? We can do something like this, where we make what are called page breaks. You can call them break tags, you can call them new lines. And it creates 4 new lines. So it's the equivalent of pressing enter 4 times. But it tells your browser to do that. But like I said, we also wanted this to be centered. So I'm going to show you how not to do that also. Although this is actually going to work, you're still not supposed to do it. So don't do it. Boom. Look at that. I centered it and moved it down 4 lines. But like I said, this is the wrong way. The center tag is obsolete. It's going the way of the dodo. And you might be getting mad at me like, oh, why are you saying all this stuff? Well, I don't want you to, be getting mad at me later when you try to use that tag and it's been made obsolete completely, which it will soon. How soon? I don't know. Anyway, we have a better way of doing that. It's called the style tag. So notice the basic syntax here. We put an attribute within another tag, so we're modifying the tag and everything that's within the tag. So I'm saying within the body, I'm going to change the style equal to this value, text align center. And there's a lot of other values you could throw in here as well, but this is just modifying that. Everything else is going to be default. So we've done all that, and it should work just as well as the center tags, or better, and you can see it does. It's still centered. So bear that in mind. Use the right way to style things using style attributes, and you can actually find plenty more ways to center elements, and you'll see that shortly. So that's part 1 of my tutorial series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If things are too simple for you, just wait. Things will get more interesting as we go along. And make sure to practice. That's the only way to learn any of this stuff. Peace out.